Hi, this is Alfredo Malcolm. Uh, Leadership course reflection, end of the year, end of the semester course reflection, MSL 5318 at Leadership, Tech, and Support of Teaching and Learning. Before I get started, of course, I would like to say, great information in this course, great instructor, and really enhance my teaching and my knowledge on technology. Prior knowledge about technology integration, technology, before this course, just using technology for emails, for printing documents, for, being at the copier, making copies, handing out, copies to kids, and using a lot of paper, also, grading everything by hand was also a big part of my knowledge of technology before taking this course. So that's my prior knowledge of technology before this course. Effective approach technologies to support teaching and learning. At the conclusion of this course, of course, I've gotten a lot better, and learned a lot about which technologies and which apps to use to better teaching and learning. Anything from Nearpod to forms, of course, to assess students on tests and quizzes. Instead of grading by hand. A lot of this work can do a lot on the computer, a lot faster. Also Nearpod, Flipgrid, those are just a few of the new technology I've learned about to use with to incorporate with teaching and learning. Prior knowledge about digital citizenship. Before this course, and before, 2020 situation with COVID, just inappropriate emails, that was wrong. You knew you had to, of course, there's sites that are blocked. There's, it was discouraged to download things. So that was my prior knowledge of digital citizenship before this course. Now, at the end of this course, digital citizenship is, my eyes were open to that we have to be good citizens digitally and virtually, as well as good citizens in the physical real world as well. So there's two different realms we have to educate our students and our future leaders on. Safety, communication, being aware of, scams and hackers and groomers that, try to get your trust so that they can take advantage of you. And those type of things, the safety part, how to communicate properly, having a good reputation digitally was an eye-opener, and I know a lot more about that now. And then, of course, as a ed leader, digital citizenship will be a priority. All right. My strategy for continued growth and ed and technology, education and technology leadership, the ISTE standards, making those visible, presenting those to stakeholders, parents, students, staff, community, everyone knowing about the ISTE standards. It's a global standards, and making sure those are visible and well known. Okay, reviewing those each week, staying updated on any changes to those standards. Leadership declarations during this course, there were a couple that I wanted to share. There's an art to teaching. Okay, everybody's bringing their own style, technique. Teachers aren't robots. We all have our own backgrounds that we've come from, and we need to teach to our strengths. It's an art. The next one, declaration was, with the changes that need to happen in education, more technology, of course, more student centered learning, project based. Teachers need to understand they're not losing control of their classroom. It's just a way we just have to problem solve and incorporate these new changes into all the great things they're already doing in their classroom. Those were my declarations. Information to benefit educators. I thought to share that the arts, from reading Ken Robinson's book, the arts, sports, athletics, debate, all those extracurriculars are so important, but specifically the arts in schools is really important, and those should be just as important as math and science and English and history. Those courses teach our students to be well-rounded, self-discipline, a lot of skills that they can only get there. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to share. And trade schools, students that are good with their hands, that will have or want to pursue auto mechanics or welding or carpentry, plumbing, whatever it is, this should be a viable path for students, and they should be encouraged to go after these different career paths, and it's an area of growth for them. So that's another thing I wanted to share. And then the last item here: relationships overall, over everything. Relationships with students, relationships with staff, building a good culture. That's important, most important, and it's more important than chasing high standardized test scores. Those relationships with students and building a positive, nurturing culture and environment for our students. The quote that I have from this semester from the book, Ken Robinson's book, principals must be the climate control and not the command and control of their school building. I like that quote a lot, and there's a lot of meaning in that. So I wanted to share that with you guys as well. Thank you for listening.